All right, DD India correspondent Ross Cullen joins us from Paris. Ross, good evening. We saw Nadal missed last year's French Open owing to injuries, was losing the last few matches before the French Open too. Did we really see this drubbing coming?
Well, we did see a really tough match coming. It couldn't get much tougher than Alexander Zverev, who just won the Italian Open coming into this tournament. The world number 4, the 4th seed, expected to go deep into the tournament, semi-finals, maybe even getting to the final as well. So it was always going to be a tall order for Rafael Nadal, going down in straight sets to the German. They had a real mark of respect. It was quite a humble speech from the German. Also, just really relishing the fact that it was out of respect for Rafael Nadal, everything he's accomplished, winning 14 of the last 19 French Opens, everything that he has done for Roland Garros and the world of tennis as a whole, because we might well be seeing his final season. He did leave open the possibility of maybe coming back next year in 2025, but before that he wants to focus on coming back to Roland Garros, not for the French Open, but for the Paris Olympics this summer. And as we heard in the introduction, one way that would maybe help him get in the perfect shape for an appearance at the Paris Olympics. He is already an Olympic gold medal winner. One thing that could help him is by missing the grass season, by skipping Wimbledon and not having to go through that transition from clay to grass and then back to clay again.
All right, it was not the spirit, but the body, the injuries that did not support him this time around. But then Ross, he did say that he doesn't want to give up now. He also said that he might come back in 2025. What do you make of this fighter spirit? And we also saw how touched the fans were after the match.
Oh, the fans were all behind the 37-year-old Spaniard, really trying to will him on. He's such a competitor. Every single point means so much to Rafael Nadal, chasing down what other players might see as lost causes. So the roof was on, but it nearly came off when Rafael Nadal was saving break points and stunning winners down the line. And some of the old Rafael Nadal that we did see coming back after having missed previous tournaments. So the crowd disheartened, but also out of respect for just the quality of tennis that Alexander Zverev did provide. There are other priorities for the Spaniard now, as he mentioned himself, travelling around with his wife and his son now, becoming a father and one of the more senior players on tour. He's about to celebrate his 38th birthday in the coming days as well. So certainly one of the old guard now, looking much closer to the retirement than trying to prolong his career. So we will see if he does come back next year, how deep he can go at the Paris Olympics. But it certainly was looking as though it was the end of an era. He did say he might come back, and so that's why there was no official goodbye ceremony, official welcome event for Rafael Nadal, potentially for his last ever appearance. The organisers at Roland Garros did say that they were going to hold off for now, but whenever he wants to come back, whenever date that is, whatever point in the future, we will welcome him and provide the appropriate send-off for this 14-time major winner, 14-time French Open champion.
Yes, 14-time French Open champion. Ross, will anyone ever outdo his legacy?
Well, people have already outdone his number of Grand Slams in total. 22 has been surpassed by Novak Djokovic himself, now at 24 Grand Slams. But in terms of the French Open, he is so far clear of anyone else having won as many French Opens, and nobody else is in double figures in terms of the men's game, trying to chase down that record. We could see some of these new players coming through, Yannick Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz, perhaps in the years to come start to amount a lot of French Open titles. But for the moment, that record on clay, that record on this surface as the king of clay, the king of Roland Garros, is not going to be challenged anytime soon.
All right, let's hope the best for the king of Roland Garros. Thank you so much, Ross, for joining in with those details.